Welcome to some Yargle. Hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, we're going to keep on this one. I'd like to see a few more lands, but with Grim Tutor and some Captain Temptation, we'll keep on this one. And we've got a Chariot of Victory. I know Yargle likes to ride in a chariot. Just like most people enjoy their time in a chariot if they've ever been given the opportunity to ride in it. I've never ridden in one, but it seems like it'd be a lot of fun. And I've had Yargle on one, and he seemed to really like it. All right, let's go to get the swamp down. Anything else, we're going to go and pass it turn to our opponent. We're playing Yargle, the Frog Spirit, legendary creature Frog Spirit. It's going to be 5 converted mana cost. When Belzenek's lieutenant Yargle grew too ambitious, the demon lord transformed him into a maggot. The frog that ate the maggot grew and grew until a ravenous spirit burst from his body, giving us Yargle. There we go. That's the childhood story of Yargle. Let's go and get the swamp down. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Playing against Ruhan. Yep. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random. Ruhan of Fomori attacks that player this combat if able. And then if you're keeping score at home, most of the time it's going to be us because we're the only opponent. See if we hit the land drop. We do. Beautiful. Let's get down Rogue's Passage. I guess at this point, what I'd like to do is I definitely want to go for Succumb to Temptation. So once our opponent cracks that Polluted Delta, we'll go for that, draw 2 cards and lose 2 life, and then slowly start working towards getting some of our Voltron pieces going for Yargle. Need to make him happy. Make the Frog Spirit happy. Get that crack going, and then off that Polluted Delta, we'll be good to go. All right, there we go. Let's go Succumb. It's going to be 1-2. At this point, we're just pretty much just looking for anything that's going to really help us accelerate this, or, something like that. That's actually pretty good. Haunted Cloak, Black Blade, Reforge. Grafted Exoskeleton is actually pretty cool. And then, oh yeah, we cover both Commander's free time. We can talk about whatever we want, but that's going to be Yargle. So basically what we're building with Yargle, if you can't tell in the hand, this is what we would call a Voltron deck. Now, if you're new to Magic, you don't know what Voltron means. Voltron means that you're getting a bunch of stuff like Haunted Cloak, Black Blade, Reforge. You're putting it onto one really big creature and making it really hard for your opponent to kind of get anything done. Let's go for Read the Bones. Keep our fingers crossed this doesn't get countered. We really need this to go through. Unfortunately, we ripped into a bunch of equipment, which is nice to have it, but unfortunately at this point in the game, it's not really something that we're looking for. We want to start making our land drops. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and put that on the bottom for sure, and then Erebos, God of the Dead on the bottom. All right, there we do. We do hit the land drop. Let's get down Swamp. There's nothing for one that we can go for at this point right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pass the turn. I think it'll be pretty good. Now, as far as what we want to get rid of, First Strike, Trample, Haste, Chariot of the Victory is definitely something we want to go for. Black Blade, Reforge, Haunted Cloak. I guess at this point, Vigilance, Trample, Haste. I really like Key to the City, if we're going to be getting that going. That Vigilance could be nice. Yeah, let's go and get rid of Haunted Cloak. I think I'm okay with that. We'll get rid of that, and then next turn we'll see if we can't get some stuff going. Now, we do have Grim Tutor in the hand, so if we want to search something and put it in the hand, we can go for that. Normally, I'd be going for Ancient Tomb at this point in the game right now, but in 1 versus 1, Ancient Tomb was recently banned as part of their bannings, which, I mean, it makes sense, but it still makes me sad. I've got like 40 Commander decks, and I have to go update them all, and kind of a bummer. I mean, not too bad, swapping a couple lands out, but, every single deck had those. But I guess that goes to show you that why it should have been banned is that every single one of my decks had it in it. All right, so we do hit the land drop. Let's go and get that down. That's 5 total mana. We've got 7 coming across next turn. Let's see if we can't get some stuff set up. If we're going to go for Chariot of Victory, we can get that down the next turn. We can get Yargle. If we hit the land drop, that'll be First Strike to kind of stop Ruhan from swinging across. I think I like it. Let's go for that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Get down Chariot of Victory, and then nothing else for 2. Yeah, actually Black Blade Reforge, which actually I'm going to talk about. This is really cool. With Black Blade Reforge, if you're new to Magic or you haven't seen this card, so there's a commander called Dakon Black Blade. Let me see if I can't get it pulled up. And really cool old school commander. Okay, opponent's going to go for bribery on us. Yeah, go for it. Man, I don't think there's not a whole lot in there. I don't think so. This isn't a mono black good stuff deck. This is 100% Voltron. I'm trying to get it pulled up, but anyway, with Dakon Black Blade, it's 2 colorless, it's Esper colors, and its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands that you control, and it's a guy holding the sword. So Dominaria, to my understanding, takes place after the, a lot of these older sets, and so the Black Blade Reforged sword is the sword that he's carrying in his old school card. As you can tell, quick creature gets +1/+1 for each land that you control. So, felt that was pretty neat. Yeah, and now that I think about it, I think this is a creatureless build. I don't think there's any creatures in here. Yeah, it's just Yargle. That's what we got going on. What else would you expect? I'm trying to think what that reminds me of. This opponent goes for bribery, and there's no creatures in there, and there's just like, come on, for real. All right, so we've got Grim Tutor. We can tap out for Yargle. That'll be another swing in from Root. Yeah, we actually kind of need to go for that. So let's go ahead and go for Yargle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's go ahead and pass the turn to our opponent. Oh, that's what it is. Kind of like it's like on the Simpsons. There's an episode of the Simpsons where something happens to, I think, Swords of Plowshare. All right, they're gonna be able to get it. We have Grim Tutor that we can put in the hand, so we can grab a piece of removal at least to take care of Ruhan for a little bit. But there's an episode of The Simpsons where like something happens in Lenny's apartment, and it's like it looks really bad, and he's like, "Please don't tell anybody I live this way." And it just reminds me of opponent going for bribery and no creatures. Please don't tell anybody we live this way. Actually, tell as many people as you can. They need to know about Yargle. All right, opponent's gonna swing in. They're gonna gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. That doesn't really scare Yargle. We'll see what we can get going though. We are dead to commander damage next turn, which is a little bit of a bummer. Let's go and get down Swamp. Let's go for Grim Tutor. Need to grab a little bit of something to kind of stop this from happening. Let's go and grab Hero's Downfall. We're going to lose a little bit of life. I think we're okay with this one. Anything else, we're going to go pass the turn. Yeah. We'll have Hero's Downfall. Once they swing with Ruhan, we'll be able to target Ruhan with Hero's Downfall. If they have a counterspell, they do. At this point right now, I want to kind of chew up as much mana as possible. So if they've got it on commander damage. If not, we're going to be able to at least buy ourselves another turn. We are sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total mana. So if we hit the land drop, we're online for Yargle. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get a protector or anything on there at this point right now. Opponent's going to go for Anger. As long as Anger's in your graveyard, creatures you control have haste. Okay. And they can swing in. The Wall of Reverence has, it's a 1 defender, so it can't swing in. And they will be swinging in at us with Ruhan. Let's go ahead and go for Hero's Downfall on Ruhan. That'll buy us a little bit more time. I mean, at least get down Yargle. This could be 1, 2, 3. Hero's Downfall. Get out of here, buddy. Oh, excuse me. Our opponent searched up Erebos. I just now saw that. All right, there we go. I was trying to figure out what they grabbed, but yeah, Erebos was the grab off of that. I was just looking at nothing popped up on the board, and then I thought they had enchantment out there. So yes, there we go. All right, Erebos. All right, opponent goes back up to 37, drawn to Cruel Tutor. Yeah, let's go and go for Yargle. Ruhan doesn't have haste. Yeah, it does not. So we're going to have to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, excuse me. We need that extra mana. Let's go ahead and go for... That's going to be 7. It's going to be really hard for us to take advantage of Profane Command with that. We can go for Cage Sun. That'll give us a little bit of an additional bonus. Yeah, let's go and get that. Let's get down Cage Sun. Let's go and choose black on that one. And then anything else, we're going to pass the turn. Now, if Cage Sun does stick around, we're going to at least be able to kind of double our mana up, which is really going to open us up as far as getting down Yargle and getting Yargle protected. We still did draw into Cruel Tutor, so that's something that we can get on in... get a particular card in our hand if it needs to protect us. But another thing that we can go for is with Cruel Tutor, we do have Key to the City. So we can get that down somehow, discard a card, make Yargle, ooh, brutal, return to dust. Okay. It's going to take care of that Forge and a Cage Sun. They're going to be able to swing in for 2. It's going to put us down to 5. So we're in this kind of this weird holding pattern, but it's just... I don't know. There's just something about like extraplanar lens. Okay, about our opponents, or at least people that I played in this particular deck. Let's go and get down extraplanar lens. We're gonna exile that swamp. That's gonna be 6 total mana that we can go for. So at least we'll be kind of dumping some stuff out of our hand. And we just keep getting these mana multiplying effects, which will help us get down Yargle in the long run. Let's go and exile that swamp. We are looking at 8. We'll have about 9 mana next turn if we hit the land drop. Yes, we're going to use that ability. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and go for Key to the City. Yeah, I think I like that. Key to the City. And if we wanted to, we could go for Cover of Darkness. That's going to be 4 mana left over. If we end up getting rid of Anger with this Profane Command, that's going to be in the graveyard. That's going to give Ruhan haste, which is not really something that we want to do. At this point right now, we can go for Cruel Tutor to put something on top of our library. That's going to be them swinging in for 2. We go down to 3. Yeah, that's not... Actually, we'll lose on... No, we'll be down at 1 life, which would be a little bit risky. But if we're playing Yargle, that's exactly what we need to be doing. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go and go for Cruel Tutor. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's go for Krill Tutor. Let's see what we want to search up on this one. We're going to lose a little bit of life, but we'll make it work. Let's go ahead and grab Swiftfoot Boots. Yeah, I like that. We need to get some protection from Yargle, so let's go ahead and grab Swiftfoot Boots. That's going to go on top. It's going to put us down to 3. And that'll be 1 mana left over. Yeah, that's okay. And then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, we do have Anger swinging across. Like I said, it's going to put us down to 1. Hopefully, if Extra Planetary Lens sticks around, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have 9 total mana. That's basically going to be us keeping our fingers crossed that eventually we're going to draw into another land, and then we can have that extra mana get down Yargle. Main thing is we can get down Chariot of the Victory, and that'll give Yargle at least, first strike, trample, and haste, so we can kind of stop our opponent from swinging in, if we can somehow stabilize at 1. Now, the downside to Erebos being out there is we can't gain life with Erebos. A little bit of a bummer. Let's go ahead and go for Yargle. That's going to be 1, 2. I'll tap out on that. And then 1, 2. Now that does give us 2 more mana left over to get the get Swiftfoot Boots, get the Chariot of Victory onto Yargle. Now if our opponent has a counterspell, they've got it, but we'll go get the Chariot of Victory on there. It's gonna be 1, 2. And we'll at least be able to stop Anger. That's the thing, if we do kind of blast Anger on this one, chump block it with the Chariot of Victory, our opponent didn't really have any removal or anything like that. That will give them haste, but that's going to kind of at least just complicate it just a little bit, but not too bad. That's a good thing about having a 9/3 is that you can still go ahead and, 9/3 of first strike definitely takes care of a 7/7. One of the games I played earlier was against Gashoth or something like that, and so Yargle's big enough to where we were able to hold. I think no, it wasn't even Gashoth. It was Zakama. We were big enough that we could hold Zakama at bay, and that's a really good feeling. I love it. All right. Let's see what our opponent's going to show for the turn. Once again, we do have Swiftfoot Boots. Another line of play that we do have next turn is we can actually go for Grafted Exoskeleton. That's going to be a lot of mana, though. It's going to be 6. And then we can also still get down Cover of Darkness. So that's going to give it that +2. And we'll see. If they didn't go for any removal, we still have Key to the City, too, to discard a card, and it can't be blocked. So that's another way that we can at least kind of push past on this one. We'll see, though. All right, let's go and get down Command Beacon. Let's go ahead and go for, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 total mana. We're looking at 6 for Grafted Exoskeleton, and then discard a card. Do we want to try out Swiftfoot Boots? If they've got removal, they've got it. Let's do this. Let's go for Grafted Exoskeleton. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Infect. We're going to be able to attach it onto Yargle, and then hopefully push past on our opponent with Key to the City on this one. We'll see what they have in the hand, though. Okay, opponent's going to go for Render Silent on Grafted Exoskeleton. That's fine. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cast another spell this turn. We do not have Vigilance, so I guess at this point we'll just simply go and pass the turn to our opponent in this holding pattern of just 1. All right, now that does take care of Grafted Exoskeleton. Now we kind of basically have to go for commander damage. Luckily with Yargle being at a 9/3, it's 9, 18, 27. We get 3 swings in and kind of go from there. If you can get Yargle into that 11 range, that's when it turns Yargle into a 2-swing commander, which is nice. And then we'll probably end up going for Swiftfoot Boots next turn. Unfortunately, that Render Silent really kind of caught us to where we couldn't cast a spell or something like that. All right, opponent's going to go for Ruhan. We pretty much kind of need to get some stuff moving next turn. Choose an opponent at random. We'll at least be able to kind of stop that Anger. If they want to swing with Anger, we're still going to go and block. Now, do we want to actually go for Key to the City to discard a card and pay that 2 mana to draw an additional card this turn to see if we can't get some stuff moving? We've got a couple different options. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and discard a card. We're going to target Yargle. Let's go and get rid of Profane Command. Target player loses X life. Yeah, that's fine at this point right now. Yeah, we'll get rid of Profane Command. And we're going to go and pay that mana because, there's a couple different options that might help us dig just a little bit deeper in our deck to give us an alternative win condition. Let's go and pay 2 on that. Pay 2 for Key to the City. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Drawn to Urborg, and drawn to Wretched Confluence. Well, that's something we can do. Let's go and get down Urborg. Let's go and go for, let's go and get down Swiftfoot Boots. We want to make sure we leave up just enough mana. It's going to go for Rogue's Passage, Command Beacon. Just enough mana to, maybe leave up Wretched Confluence if we need to use that. If we can somehow give Yargle vigilance, that would be something that we can start pushing in on our opponent. But at least with Wretched Confluence, it's going to keep us open as far as taking care of some of those creatures. Let's go ahead and equip Swiftfoot Boots onto Yargle. All right, I feel a lot better now than anything else. We're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So we're going to be able to hold Ruhan under control. If something else comes down, we have Wretched Confluence to kind of take care of some stuff. We do have the option to draw a card and lose a life, but that would put us down to 0, so that doesn't really sound like that much fun. So probably not going to be going for that. And another option is that with dang it, yeah, actually with us getting down Urborg, that's going to turn on Erebos for our opponent. But I think we're still going to end up going for the Key to the City game plan. All right, we got them swinging in. We'll go and jump block. First strike, hexproof. Yeah, let's go and go for that. We're going to go and cast Wretched Confluence. Target creature gets a -2. We'll take care of Kobold. I guess it technically doesn't matter with Kobold out there. We can stack these abilities, actually. Target creature gets -2, -2. Yeah, we're going to go and do that. All right. Let's choose Ruhan, and then we'll choose Anger. All right. Mainly is we don't want to give our opponent a card draw, and we also want to make sure we get rid of these creatures off the battlefield. And that's going to leave a 3/3 Ruhan. Okay. We're going to go and chump block. There we go. Now, at this point right now, since we only have one card in the hand, probably not going to go for Key to the City, discarding a card to draw a card. I guess technically we could if we wanted to dig just a little bit deeper. Depending on what we draw into next turn, though, we may need something that's going to allow us to kind of push past our opponent. Okay. Got Anger in the graveyard, and they're still going to gain that life, go up to 47. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into Dying Wish. Okay. Now here's the kit. Yeah, we kind of need to hold. Let's go and get Dying Wish onto Yargle. 1/2. What I was thinking was that we could swing in, but they're going to be able to recast their commander with Anger in the graveyard. So we're kind of in this holding pattern now. So let's go and get Dying Wish on there. Anything else? No, let's go and pass turn to our opponent. Okay, now we're in a pretty good spot. You know, if our opponent doesn't, if this is a really creature-light build, more of a kind of a control style build of Ruhan, we're actually in a pretty good spot because we're going to at least be able to hold off whatever creature comes down. With them getting down a Kobold, it's a 0/1, doesn't do much. And the fact that they have a wall out there that's sitting at a 1/6 is still not doing much either. Opponent's going to go for Darksteel, okay. And then we're still in line for a win. If we can somehow draw into Tainted Strike, that's something that we can give Yargle Infect and start pushing across on that one. Opponent's going to go for Thada. Ooh. Okay, we don't have any islands. That's fine. I'm glad that little thief is not going to be stealing any stuff from us. But next turn, if we don't draw into something, this particular turn, it's going to be hard for us to kind of push past on that one. In fact, let's go ahead and go for Key to the City. We don't want to use it at this point right now. We're going to see if we can't go for a little bit of an extra card draw of Key to the City, because we need to dig just a little bit deeper. Worst case scenario, we've got Rogue's Passage to gain some lives. I mean, to make Yargle unblockable. We're going to go ahead and target Yargle with Key to the City. Target creature can't be blocked. This is going to give us an additional card draw next turn. And we'll go ahead and pay that 2 mana off of our swamp. Let's go ahead and pay a 2 on that one. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Draw into Torment of Hellfire. Okay. Draw into Homeward Path. Alright, let's go and get down Homeward Path. I'm not entirely sure. With Erebos being an enchantment, I'm not sure if we're going to gain control of it. It is at this point, just an enchantment. But we're going to buy some times if we go for a Torment of Hellfire. Yeah, let's go for that. Alright, let's go for Torment of Hellfire. They can discard some cards. But at this point, at least we're going to be able to, no, excuse me, we're not going to gain any life off. I was thinking that we gain life off Torment for some reason. Let's see if Homeward Path works like that. I don't think it's going to particularly work. But it's really not going to matter that we get back Erebos. The main thing is that we need to take care of Thada. And there's really not much that we can really do at this point right now. Yeah, let's go and go for the Homeward Path activation. Just to see if we can't gain control of Erebos or something like that. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, since it's an enchantment, it doesn't work like that. And then with Torment, we can get some stuff going. They'll have to discard some stuff out of the hands. I guess at this point, it's just simply just better than nothing. But we'll see, because we can push in with Yargle, but it's just not going to do anything. X is going to be 7. We're going to go for Torment of Hellfire for 7. At least maybe for some reason they sacrifice Thada. Who knows? All right, we got Torment for 7. Opponent's going to pay the life on that one across the board, and then let's go ahead and pass the turn. Now, we tried to get Yargle going, but you can definitely see where it's got some really powerful effects in here. You know, we're going to be losing to Thada and then Ruhan swinging across next turn. But with stuff like Dying Wish, this makes it a lot of fun, and Essence Harvest, to where you can really get that really high power and toughness going on Yargle. And when you start getting all these pieces of equipment on there, you end up with a really big Yargle. And doing stuff like Dying Wish makes it a lot of fun. But yeah, looks like our opponent's going to get in on this one. Ruhan coming across. I guess an argument could have been made for not playing Urborg to give them access to Erebos to get that card draw going. That's just something that, as the game wears on and you're doing commentary, you kind of... I knew Erebos was out there, but then it's just kind of one of those, you just, all right, make the lane drop. You're thinking about trying to get Yargle going. And then... next thing you know, you're like, uh-oh, I just turned all their swamps for an active Erebos God of the Dead. All right. Opponent's going to go for, get the Sun Forger down, go for the Kobolds, and then we're at least going to be able to take one creature down swinging with Yargle. We're going to take care of Thada, just because all the times in the years that she's stolen soul rings from me and different things of that nature. Let's go for Yargle, take care of that, and then we're going to lose to Kobold for putting us down to -3. But yes, that was a little bit of a long game, and we kind of tried to stabilize at one, and I tried to go for a Yargle whip, but we couldn't get any card draw going. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.